会用英文来分享。
可以。
所以就叫我分享，就是关于我跟 Caleb 的。Okay, Caleb and I met about 5 years ago when we were classmates in foundation year, and then we were just really good friends for a while. And I suppose then we became more interested in each other, and then we got together the year after. So we have been together for almost 3 years now. And we actually waited quite a while before we actually got together. We prayed about it. I prayed about it. I asked God if He was right for me and if it was the right time for us to start a relationship then. Because back then I thought that we both came from very different backgrounds, and at that point we were heading down very different roads. So, and Caleb also actually made me ask my parents for permission. And that took me a while because I don't really talk to my parents about things like this. But eventually I did, and God brought us together, I guess. And I have to say that Caleb has definitely brought me closer to God. He was actually the first person to have challenged me of my faith. He questioned me about why I believe things I believe and why I do things that I do. And though I became a Christian before I met Caleb, but I was never really somebody who needs a lot of proof to believe in something. So I didn't know how to back my faith up then. And because I don't want to lose to his questions and his ego, so I went and looked for answers, and then I became firmer in my faith myself. And even now, we will always just bring up questions and talk about it with each other about things that, if I find I don't understand when I read the Bible or when he don't understand, and then we just talk about it, which is kind of cool. And being with a Christian also means that he understands why I serve in church and why most of my weekend is spent doing things in church or for church. And because we are in the same church together, so we can serve together and we can encourage each other in things that we do. And I have been in a relationship before, and he wasn't a Christian. And the most difficult part for me then was I didn't have the support from somebody that I care the most to do something that I'm very passionate about. So back then I was young and stupid. I didn't dare to do it myself, so I ended up walking further away from God to try to sustain the relationship. But obviously that didn't work out for the better good. And I think the best part about my relationship with Caleb is that we are best friends and lovers and colleagues in Christ as well. And I find that very important to be able to share all that I am passionate about with someone who is as passionate about it as I am. And I am passionate about God, so I'm glad that I found someone who is passionate about God as well, and that we can serve God together. And just like every other couples, we do fight, and sometimes maybe we hate each other. But we always try to make things up before we sleep that night. So there have been times that we failed and we went to sleep feeling angry about each other. But that's okay, because we all make mistakes. But because we both know that God is the center of our relationship, and that's why we try to treasure what we have. And because we're both Christians, our values are the same, and then that's easier to keep, because then you both will be keeping the same values. And we both also know that we can never love the other person more than we love God, so it's always God above Caleb. And our story is not perfect. It's not very romantic either. It's not like the Nicholas Sparks story, but it is written by God. It is written by God. And just to end this, something that I've learned and that I truly believe in is that if somebody is able to bring you closer to God, that person is worth keeping. And we should never need to choose between love and God, because we should always choose God first. Thank you.